Jan month zero. Feb month I got one client who wanted a 10-second video. He gets a paycheck which was 750 rupees. Third month was when I did actual visualization dashboard and I closed 30k INR. In this month, I have closed two clients, 1 lakh in sales. And the good part is I have like a very good pipeline right now. Like I'm expecting at least another 1 to 2 lakhs, so which would be like $3,000, $4,000 around that. So one more positive that I personally had like from this thing was agency is one thing. Secondly, immense sense of confidence because I started posting content. Posting content was one of the things that you talked about, and I started posting. I now don't care. I don't care about what people think about me or whatnot. So that thing is gone. This cohort would definitely help you if you really want to. Like if you're a person who really want to, then yes. If you don't, and if you're just like, okay, I want to make easy money, then
nothing can change.
yeah.
Atlanta mindset unte you take the best coach. I'll put you in front of Alex honestly. You will not be able to make money even though he teaches everything because you don't want it enough in your brain right now. You have to put in the hard work. That's what many people don't realize. You have to put in the hard work, and only if you're able to put in the hard work, that's when you have to enroll into a course like this, enroll into programs like this. The last few sentences for someone who's watching this video right now who is just 1 inch of joining NCOS right now?
Firstly, I would say that if you are a person has always been like at some point I want to do something of my own or I want to make more money than what I'm doing right now, 9 to 5 part time or whatever. And if you have thought of freelancing or agency as a business, then what's stopping you? Like literally, ask yourself what's stopping you. There is endless opportunities right now, especially now. And number two, a strategy to it. You definitely need a strategy because it's becoming very competitive right now. If not now, then you're gonna enter at a time where there's like left, right, everyone is gonna do that.
All right, Samat.
Perfect.
How's it going, bro?
I was doing good, bro. How are you doing? Long time.
Good. Long time, yeah. Tell me how, like, just before, like going deeper into how we have been working together and then the kind of results that you've gotten. Explain.
Okay.
Yeah, also tell about your results you have gotten right now, but like give your introduction. Like, who are you? Where are you from? How much money did you make last month, this month, right? And then what are you essentially doing right now? And yeah, just your journey.
Okay, sure. So a little about myself. I have been working like in the corporate space for more than 3 years now. I've done my undergrad, I've done my master's, and so 2022 and 2023 I was in the US for my master's. 2025, 2024 and 5 was working. 2025 was when I got laid off, and that's when I started exploring agency as a business, freelancing as a business, or like, how could that be done? And that's when I came across your cohort, like how we could start from zero without requiring any skill sets at the beginning, but eventually you could learn given we are in the times where we have AI. So what happened is I was laid off and I was looking to start something of my own. And at that point, I did find your videos wherein you were talking about the skill sets that is required or how, what is the strategy behind it? Like you were explaining it in a brief way in the videos in Instagram Reels. So I was like, okay, I found that intriguing. And over time, I came to a point wherein I was like, okay, I can bet on you. So I thought, let's go in and try it out. So that's when I joined the cohort. And at that point, I basically come with no experience of agency or freelancing.
Yeah.
So
Let's go
the
deeper
initial
into that later on, but like on a briefer level, just give your introduction. Like so
sure.
yeah, like Ekar Satishnam, and then how much you made right now and where you based out of.
Sure. So I started in November in with the ideation as to what I can do, which service can I provide. And at that point, I was having a shiny object syndrome. I was like, I can do performance marketing, I can do web design and development, I can do AI voice agents. I thought I will do all of them together. So that was something I was thinking in November. So then we had a call and then we were like, okay, let's just start with one, stick to one. So then I chose AI voice agents at that point. So the November 1.5 month, it went into just learning. I was not, trying to pitch anything. I did try the system that you mentioned, the DM system, just to see if I get a response. But I was not, like actively pitching my service. So 1 month, around 5 weeks went into that. And December was when I was in the US. I came back to India. I would say from Jan onwards was properly when I started working on building my agency. Jan month, zero. Like I made zero money. I was just trying to figure out, how I could do this. It was like blank. I was blank because I came back to India and I was starting from scratch. Like, what can I do? So I was like, And I was thinking what channels to choose for getting sales, outreach, or inbound, whatever. Jan month zero. Feb month, I got one client who wanted a 10-second video for an interior designer video. That's
Yeah.
it. I was like, let's just do it. It was an interior designer based video. So he wanted an AI creative basically. So it was a 10-second video. I just made that, and that's when I got my first like you get the paycheck, which was
Yeah.
750 rupees. It's not a lot, but it was like
Yeah.
$4.5.
Yeah.
So that was the first time. Okay, you can make money. Like you
Online,
can
through
make
online.
money now from
Yeah.
online
Yeah.
business. Yeah,
Yeah.
through online. Yes. So that was month two. Third month was when I did actual visualization dashboard for a corporate person. So the projects that I was getting in Jan Feb, that was because it was not structured. It was helter skelter in terms of the service. So I was pitching AI based any service that I you want, you could come to me, kind of a thing. So I got a dashboard, Power BI dashboard for a corporate guy, and number two was a landing page. So the two service, and I closed 30K INR, which is roughly, I guess, 350 something dollars.
Yeah.
And that was my third month, April. But all along this time, all this while, I have been actively, trying to do
Reaching
outreach.
out to people.
So
Yeah.
that was building up. And in April, right now, in this month, I have closed two clients. I have done the work, and the payment is pending. I mean, they are gonna give me the payment,
Yeah.
so it's approved. It's done. 1 lakh in sales. One of them is again web design development project. Number two.
Good. And I'm really proud of you.
Right.
Like with the progress that you've made so far in a couple of months, that's insane amount of progress. So in
Mm-hmm.
Intamundi, before working together,
Right.
what was the mindset there? Like asalu, before
Mm-hmm.
and like when our agency was join akamundana say like us having our one-on-one calls as well, right? What was your situation like
Mm-hmm.
in terms of looking at online businesses and like clarity undena ledundena like how was the entire
Okay.
situation like?
Okay. Perfect. Firstly, zero clarity. Like, okay, how can even this be done? Like, how do we find clients? What service do I pick? What takes what amount of time to learn? So no idea. I came from like, okay, I know that people are doing it, but I don't
Yeah,
have any clarity.
yeah,
So I was at that point. That was before the cohort, and after cohort, I did get an understanding of okay, there was a strategy that you mentioned, like okay, a skill set which is not dying, which is irreplaceable by AI,
yeah,
and a bunch of a list basically. So that gave an understanding as to okay, there is a method to the chaos, and you need to think and pick two or three. Then again, test the proof of concept. So which
yeah,
is what I had to do. So that's why I was choose between performance marketing, AI creatives, and web design. So
yeah,
that was what I thought.
yeah,
So yeah, personally, no method. Then okay, now I can have two, three things now. Okay, among these two, three, further I strategize by trying to test out my offer DM, and then
yeah,
that get me a clarity that okay, this is something I like a little also. I can learn quickly and start pitching. Speed was one
yeah,
very important factor. Like
yeah,
just try test it. If it's working, great. If not, okay, move to the next one.
Move to the next
So
one. Yeah.
this was how I
I remember
approached it.
మన మహారాజు
And
conversation అయితున్నప్పుడు you came
yeah,
up with, bro, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that. And I told, bro, like, నీకు shiny object syndrome అవుతుంది. You have to really, choose one thing first, test if
correct,
people are willing to pay for that, and then
correct,
move on to the other one. Like, I think the first one call that we
correct.
had was, bro, I'm thinking to do this. నాకు ఒక
Mm,
తెలిసిన ఒకరు ఉన్నారు who will be able to help you out with this. And
yeah,
I'm
correct,
willing to do
correct,
this from my
correct,
side. అని చెప్పేసి అన్నప్పుడు I remember, bro,
correct.
like, multiple things మనం చేయలేము, because the time that you're investing into another thing, you can like instead invest into one thing and actually grow this exponentially.
Mm,
So like 10 hours
right,
limited, but like if
correct.
you're spending 5
That
hours
was
on
that
the other
was
business.
that was one useful advice at that point of time, because I was getting an idea that what, I think I can do all of it. All of it seems interesting, and let's just do all of them. But yeah, it is definitely not recommended and not a great idea. Pick one, choose one, and yeah, you gave an analogy at that point that you have 10 arrows, you have two
Okay.
targets,
Yeah.
you shoot all of them to one target rather
Yeah.
than dividing it to two different targets.
Yeah.
So yeah, makes sense. So I did follow it, and now I'm at a point that, let's say next month I make zero. Let's say I make zero. I'm sure that it will go up again. Like
Yeah. 100%.
it's a belief and confidence that I have now
Yeah.
that okay, I have figured out one way now. So I know that there are other methods. It's just a matter of time, strategy. You need to give time, and it will
Yeah.
happen. So yeah,
Again, 100%. Like going to $10,000 a
that's
month, you have 100 ways to go there. But and the thing is, everything works. We have to stay consistent for a larger period of time to actually make any kind of progress. చాలా మంది చేసే పెద్ద పెద్ద మిస్టేక్ ఏంటంటే, ఇట్స్ నాట్ దట్ దే చూసింగ్ ద రాంగ్ బిజినెస్ మోడల్, ద రాంగ్ బిజినెస్ ఐడియా, ద రాంగ్ మెథడ్ టు డూ ఇట్. ది ఓన్లీ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఇస్ పీపుల్ స్ట్రగుల్ విత్ క్లారిటీ. లైక్ ఓకే, నాకు నిజంగా ఇది వర్క్ అవుతుందా, నిజంగా వర్క్ కదా అని చెప్పేసి. సో ఒక్కసారి రెస్పాన్స్ రాకముందే వాట్ దే డూ ఇస్ దే జస్ట్ స్విచ్
correct.
బిట్వీన్ బోత్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్. సో వాళ్ళు ఎక్కడా కన్సిస్టెంట్ అయ్యలేదు. So end of the day, do not make any money, even if they're trying for a longer period of time. So yes, Ahmed, like right now, like let's say, like what would you say to someone who's exactly like you, who is like kind of like stuck right
Mm-hmm.
now? Let's say who might have graduated doing some part time, or let's say in the 9 to 5 as well, doing some corporate job as well, but they're not having that freedom to kind of like do
Yeah.
their own work, make money through online from laptop, right? At your own time, at your own
Mm-hmm.
space, doing things that you actually love, and
Mm-hmm.
working with the clients that you actually like to work with, right? What would you say to these people,
Right.
someone who's thinking about agency
Mm-hmm.
OS, to learn such
Mm-hmm.
skills and to kind of build a business?
Sure. So, firstly, yes, if you're coming with either no background of, either, running an agency, or even if you haven't worked as a freelancer for good amount of time, like you've just worked one or two clients, then still, I don't think you have good experience at the moment.
Yeah.
What I would say is that there's a lot of information out there. Like everyone knows that you need to work
Yeah.
hard to, be successful. Everyone knows that you need to be strategic, but there is like a certain, like let's say, one, it could be a certain community. Number two, it could be when a person who has done it, been there from 0 to 1 or 1 to 100, when those two are combined, I feel it does have an impact. For example, what I saw was in cohort, like which I joined, there were people who are like, I still remember, like I don't remember the name, but there were people who are getting clients in the first week. So
Akshat and
that
Salman,
is
yeah.
also,
Yeah.
firstly, it's a motivation. Like, yes.
Yeah.
So, firstly, you know that there are people out there just like you, just with your kind of experience, they are doing it. It's a community kind of a thing. Number two, you have gone from 0 to 1, 1 to 100, and building agency is something and you have actually kind of shown results to other people, which actually drove me to join as well. Like you have done it over and over again. So, from a point of view that if a person hasn't had any experience, I would say that yes, number one, the thing is you can do it on your own as well. 6 months or 1 year. Why take that time? Why not do it in 2 months or 3 months?
Yeah.
Like why not do it faster? So if you want to do it faster, then yes, this kind of cohort would definitely help you. Because let's say if I had done the same thing, it might have taken me 2 years to
Yeah.
to get here, figuring out what not just start posting about your content, your thing. And I did that. I think that honestly, to be honest, there was one particular meeting. Post that, I decided that okay, I'm gonna do that. Up until then, I wanted to, but there was some kind of barrier. But post that, you said that is your neighbor doing it? I mean, it's like everyone is
Yeah.
doing it, but you gave me an example, and I was like, okay, fair enough. And yeah, that has paid as well. Like I'm super confident when I just go talk to people in person or online or whatever, and that is helping me in other ways. So just to give you an example, right now I have built in the last 3 months, I have built a good network with people in Australia, US, Canada, Dubai. And these are all like agency owners. And one of them is like a D2C business owner who's getting investments worth lakhs. So a good network has been built. So yeah, there are many benefits to it. So yeah.
100%.